Hi there, Susan Yasui. I'm here to read to you chapter 5 of Through the Eyes of a Child. And in case you haven't seen the first chapter or the introduction before that, this is actually a story in my daughter's words from many years ago when we lived in Hiroshima. And it is about the different cultures in her family, her mom being myself, American, and her father being Japanese. So these are actually her words, and I'm going to read them to you now. Chapter 5, Toshi Koshi Soba and Turkey. The turkey is shichimencho. All right. Oh boy, Christmas is coming. We're going to fly to America again this year. We stayed in Japan for the New Year's a couple of years ago, but all of our students were so busy with year-end duties that they canceled their lessons, and there we were, home with nowhere to go and no students to teach. Of course, we went up to Grandma and Grandpa's rice farm in the country, but that was only for a couple of days. We ate Toshi Koshi Soba there, a delicious soba noodle soup with shrimp tempura on top, and we watched TV there. We spent a very calm and quiet time there with all the family. Instead of Christmas presents, I got some cute little envelopes with money inside. I think I collected several thousand yen, which was probably less than 100 US dollars. But this was great because then I could go to the toy store and buy what I wanted. Some toy stores even open on January 1st just so that we kids can spend our New Year's money. It's a good marketing idea. Speaking of Toshi Koshi Soba, when my parents lived in the Los Angeles area before I was born, they really missed some things that they loved when they lived in Japan. Then they found out that the Pan Pacific Hotel in Anaheim, near Disneyland, had a Japanese restaurant that served Toshi Koshi Soba every New Year's Eve after the regular restaurant services closed. At 10:30 at night, a long line of Japanese people would form in front of the restaurant, waiting for the late hour service to begin. My mom and dad would rush down there every year from their home in Glendale, California, to get near the front of the line. That's exactly right. My parents don't drink much alcohol, but I heard that on those New Year's Eves, they would reserve a room at the Pan Pacific Hotel, eat at least 2 bowls of Toshi Koshi Soba each, drink lots of beer and sake, and then stumble up to their room arm in arm. They would get up there just in time to see the Disneyland New Year's countdown and celebration from their window overlooking Disneyland. When they woke up the next day, January 1st, they would walk across to Disneyland, when almost everyone else in the Los Angeles area was at the Rose Bowl parade in Pasadena. They said that there was usually no wait at all to get into the rides on that day. It seems so strange that my parents used to go to Disneyland many times a year, just the two of them. I always thought Disneyland was a kid's place. Anyway, now that we live in Japan, we try to follow some Japanese year-end traditions, like getting our house really clean before the new year comes. In America, we used to clean our house really well in the springtime. We'd open all the windows and let the fresh air in while we dusted, mopped, vacuumed, organized our things, threw out old broken toys, cleaned the refrigerator and the oven, cut the old leaves off the plants, making way for the new ones. We all enjoy getting these things done here in the wintertime because it seems that we finish the old year seeing friends, thanking people who have helped us, sending New Year's cards, paying any bills we can, completing projects, like that, all before the new year starts. I always feel better when I help them. It makes me feel important. We're leaving for America on December 21st, though, so we only have a short time left to get everything done. The reason we chose the 21st is that on the 22nd, the airfares double, and now that even I am charged full fare, we can save quite a bit of money for the three of us. Besides, Christmas is the 25th, and that gives me time to catch up on my sleep after the flight and still have time to ride on the Santa train in the park and drive around at night with my family to see the amazing Christmas light displays in the neighborhood. It's true, lights everywhere. My dad says that people in America use 3 times as much electricity as usual at Christmas time. My mom will want to do lots of shopping too before Christmas. She gives Santa a hand every year because he is so busy. We're going to stay at my Aunt Leslie's house. She has special stockings for me and my cousin Kyle. They are so big that lots of goodies will fit in them, like a Barney video or some Lion King crayons like my friend has, pretty colored toys, maybe a tangerine or even a new book. My grandpa is coming too, and my other aunts and uncles and cousins who live in America, but usually only we kids get the stockings. Aunt Leslie always makes chocolate chip cookies for Santa in case he is hungry by the time he gets to our house. Last year he brought so many presents that he must have made several trips. We each got so many things that we had to take some extra suitcases when we returned to Japan. I don't blame him for eating all those chocolate chip cookies. You should see the Christmas tree in the morning when we wake up. It is a tall, freshly cut tree that reaches almost to the ceiling, all decorated with bulbs, toys, lights, and candy canes. But the best part is what is under the tree. It is packed so full that I can hardly sleep the night before. Santa doesn't bring all the presents though, because I put all the gifts that I made for my family under the tree too. Another special thing about Christmas Day is the smells coming from the kitchen as the big turkey is roasting. My mom makes turkey here in Hiroshima for Thanksgiving in November too, but she has to buy small ones because of the smaller sized ovens here. This year she had to cook one turkey the day before Thanksgiving and another one on Thanksgiving Day just to get enough turkey for all of our guests. Okay. For Christmas, we'll have a 22-pound turkey, which is about 10 kilograms. I love pouring turkey gravy over the bread and rice dressing and the mashed potatoes. My favorite, though, is the pumpkin pie with a big glob of whipped cream on top. I usually eat the whipped cream and get a second glob before I start in on the pie. One thing about turkey dinners around our house, though, is that my mom and dad love the crispy turkey skin so much that by the time the turkey is sliced and served on the table, there is no skin left. That's right. Then, to celebrate the new year, we'll go to a big New Year's Eve party. I slept through the whole thing last year, so there is not much I can tell you except that we got dressed up really pretty in our party clothes and had a big dinner at a fancy restaurant in the hotel where the party was being held. And that is about when I fell asleep. I saw pictures later, though, of balloons, party hats, noisemakers, streams of paper hanging from the ceiling, lots of empty champagne bottles, food, and smiling faces of happy people. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, that completes that chapter. And I have a next one coming up here by, next week. We'll do chapter 5. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to use the subtitles, the subtitle function that is available through YouTube so that you can catch the words. Okay, thank you, and bye-bye.